Hi, I'm Mike Jennings, and this is the Military Minute Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're talking about the fact that money matters. And sometimes it doesn't. What are we talking about here in particular? Ultimately, money is one of the desired outcomes from our work, but it's not the only desired outcome for our work when it comes to our happiness. Ultimately, that's the part that induces us to go do what we do every day because it's the reward for pursuing something that we may not otherwise do. That is the entire principle behind the concept of free enterprise, that if people are adequately compensated for something, they will do things and apply their talents to solve problems and to create things that they otherwise wouldn't do. So, money factors into everything that we do in our professional life in some way, shape, or form. The problem with money is sometimes it can be the thing that causes us misery. And what do I mean by that? So, one of the things that we have found in the military transition business has been that given two positions that appear equal, or even sometimes not equal to the military veteran in transition, the one that is frequently selected is the one that pays more than the other positions. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be paid more for what you do. Ultimately, just like in business, the value in business is always to maximize the profitability of what you do. Inside of our own work lives, we are ultimately trying to do the same thing. But the difference between a pure business mindset as it relates to money and your personal business as it relates to money is that every day you have to live with how you feel. A business by itself doesn't feel. A business is very objective when you look at the basic financials. There is a balance sheet that shows the assets and liabilities and equity, and then there is an income statement that shows the profit and loss from income and expenses. And if that's doing good, which money is ultimately helpful for, then overall the business is doing good. But personally, if you're going to a job that you don't like, that doesn't fulfill you, that doesn't align with your value systems, choosing the job that pays the most is not necessarily the right path to happiness. And that doesn't mean that you can't have it all. The real trick in life is ultimately balancing, making sure that you're doing the kind of work that you want to do, and then planning your career to advance yourself so that you get additional value from what you're doing over time. So for example, let's take the basic concept of going to school. So whether you've come right out of high school and decided to pursue schooling, or you're coming out of the military to pursue schooling, you're not doing schooling because of the income that you're going to make. You go and pursue schooling because you see that doing this work that not only do you do for no compensation, that you actually pay for the privilege to do, you're doing this because you have found something interesting about that program that you feel like is worth giving your time and energy to. And therefore you pursue it in the belief that that is going to lead to something better. Where many people make a mistake with their careers is that they think that this doesn't apply to their work experiences. You see, the key to your work experience, everything that you do is an education opportunity. And so if you are pursuing a job that has a particular set of responsibilities that really fit you well and what you like, and it may pay less than something else, you get the opportunity to build the skills in something that you like, because everything that you do that you like will have something that will pay at a higher level. So ultimately, these are all things about setting aside something that you want to the future in order to have something else that you want right now. Now, money can be something that you need right now. If you have a large family and you're coming off the service and you know I have to do this amount of money to support my family, and money is the primary driver, well then sometimes you're just going to suck it up, buttercup, and you're going to go out there and do that. As a matter of fact, Dave Ramsey has been quoted recently there in talking about companies that hire people, even those for unpleasant jobs, that ultimately you don't want to have a loss of your employees because you're not paying them enough. If your job is unpleasant, there, pay them more, because you can use money as an incentive to have somebody do something more arduous. We actually see this as well in the type of field service work that we do. If a company wants you to travel out of town Monday through Friday every single week, then there has to be a higher incentive for that. But if travel is something that you like in work and the variety is something that you like in work, you can have it both ways. The most important thing is just remember that work experience is similar to education. It adds to your resume. So if you are wanting to do something that is important to you, picking the job that allows you to utilize your strengths the way that you want will help you get to where you want to go, because excellence always sells. And when your work gives you energy, you will perform above your peers. That will create opportunities for you to be promoted inside of your organization. And if it doesn't work inside the organization that you're working, there will be other people who will want to talk to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Jennings, and this is the Military Minute Podcast. For more information on this, check out my new book, On Target and On Time, Precision Guidance for the Military to Civilian Transition. Has more information on how it is that you can find happiness and fulfillment in your work and life balance.
Thanks for joining the Military Minute. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts so you're notified when a new episode is released. Is there a topic or conversation you want discussed here on the show? Send it to me at scott.cunningham@militaryminute.us.